Hi, tappers. Today, you're going to quit healing. No, really, we're going to do something better. According to the Oxford Dictionary, healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. Healthy is defined as in good health, not diseased. Not very clear. Sound gives a bit more clarity. In good condition, not damaged, injured, or diseased. Competent, reliable, or holding acceptable views based on reason, sense, or judgment. A lot of that sounds subjective. So when you go to heal, how do you know what that is and when you get there? What if we look at it another way? A way that doesn't feel so daunting or dark to begin with where you are. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it simultaneously uses 3 therapies for highly effective outcomes. One of those techniques is CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy. In short, cognitive behavioral therapy is when something that is not wanted is identified along with how it is being supported, generally by thoughts and/or actions. And those are modified through discussion in order to shift the perspective towards what is wanted and give that the proper support. So if you are finding healing to be too far out of reach or too hard of a lift, let's use some CBT right now to give you a different starting line. Tap with me while we talk. What if, instead of being a human being that has broken or missing parts or part you don't want, you are a kaleidoscope? Think about it. Through every phase of your life, you have had to adapt. That's real. When you adapt, your patterns have shifted. That's also real. You may not like the pattern that you are currently experiencing. That's okay. But what can you do about it? Isn't it true that some of these shifts happened immediately, without warning, and you had to adapt to this new reality that you were handed, even if it was against your own choosing? Well, if it can happen from a negative standpoint, why not from a positive standpoint too? Maybe healing doesn't have to always be this long and arduous journey of explanation and permission. Maybe you simply see your current pattern as a kaleidoscope and you shift it. You can shift it physically. Where does this layer or shape live in your body that you no longer subscribe to? What are you going to replace it with? What does that look like? Okay, twist it in and fully commit to that being your truth. You don't really believe it? Okay, where does that non-belief live? Twist that out. What is going to live there instead? Your belief? Okay, twist that in. If I can be handed darkness, I can be handed light. If I can be handed heaviness, I can be handed ease. If fear can suddenly replace my safety, I can also all of a sudden replace safety in place of my fear. I may not be able to choose everything that comes at me, but I can choose what lives within me. And I adjust my pieces to create the pattern that I want. I am offering my brain the bridge it needs to give the rest of my body permission to feel the way I want to feel. I am governing this shift, and I hold the patterns steadfast so that my body and brain have the support that they need to adapt to this new environment. It is done. This is my new pattern. Even if parts of me are uncomfortable, even if parts of me don't believe it yet, it's okay. It's okay if it takes time for all of me to adapt. Even if it takes time, I accept this is my new pattern of my choosing. Let me know how this new perspective helps, and if you're able to incorporate it into your tapping. I'll see you soon.